episode of my Genshin Impact playthrough. Wanderer did stuff. I know I was doing Daisy's quest, but I finally did part of Nahita's quest, so I can now do this. So if it kicks me off of the main quest, I'm going back to Daisy's. This is how this one's working. Alright, Nahita.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
No, I want to help.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahita, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Why?
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Of course he had to go do
He
something.
wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right.
It's not
You
easy.
can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Oh, Paimon's so confused.
Yeah, he got these.
Huh?
Probably wants to. Are you good?
Sorry, Paimon accidentally. It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Totally.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Well.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight. So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here.
I think that's something you can do, Paimon. We don't really. You know what? That's a Paimon thing.
All right, Paimon will start. First dish. Mutton and
Skip
drained
this.
chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad. Also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and
Did we sleep? Or did something bad happen? What's wrong?
what was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember.
Yeah.
The Balladeer? Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name though.
No! Come on. How could. Well, it's because the Traveler is a descender.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's fine.
So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Oh yeah, we should go talk to
Sure.
Nahida.
Where are we going?
And Azuma.
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
Oh, 'cause we gotta go check up on all the people. No. He actually did it. Wow. Oh no, I'm scared. Please be okay. Please. Kazuha, Yaka. You know, I wouldn't really care a whole lot for Sorrow and whatnot, but like, please be okay, Kazuha. Best anime boy. Please be okay. Oh, I had to obviously go mess up stuff. Couldn't just leave it as it was. Please be alive, please be alive, please, 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 please.
We've made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
of
please.
course. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches,
You talk for
most
too
of the
long.
great swordsmith clans of old, have since fallen into decline. And for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5.
Thank goodness.
If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we were. Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that there is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out.
So he killed himself.
The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's fort. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the...
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Yeah, have you seen
Kazuha?
Kazuha?
What? My pleasure.
Don't tell Pine. On to the next step.
Come on, man. Of course, everything had to change. So he couldn't just keep it the way it was. I'd still be a grumpy emo boy on his own terms.
We're here.
Traveler, it's been a while.
Okay.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato,
Are they out on business?
the Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Yeah, I guess we'll wait.
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then.
Hello, dears. Is there something you...
Yeah, ask you stuff.
Of course, What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although he does seem to be
So pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro Commission, huh?
very
Yeah.
much so.
Well, got any more questions?
Yeah, I guess we're
You're
good for now.
very welcome, Miss Kamisato. I must say, I mean, whenever the Commissioner the Commissioner has such a
Doma.
busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. But given the opportunity, he always prefers to dine here. They say it's because Toma's a much better chef than most. Oh, the Commissioner is so... They get to talking about you sometimes, too, you know. Always with a very fond tone. The way
Oh, they
Miss
remember me.
Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about people they've met and experiences they've had, you always get a mention.
That's special.
It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. As someone who is old and gray enough to... So, in the future, if you
Sorry,
ever
but
do
this girl
have
sounds
the
like she's being
time,
threatened. Her
please
voice
know
is so
you are
shaky.
always very wonderful.
Yeah, come back.
Paimon likes it. Paimon's
Sorry, where else we
itching
need to
try
go?
it.
Of course.
Alright, goodbye for now. We're, great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry.
All right.
So we're going back to
Oh,
Inazuma after all this
Are you
time.
two leaving already?
Yup.
Yep. Everything's...
Very well.
Bye. Alright. What else did you mess up, Mr. Balladeer? Slash Emo Hat Boy. Hopefully not anything too dire. Oh, him, I do remember him. Hi. You helped fix
Well?
furnace.
Here we are.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So,
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Yeah, what do you do?
certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask.
Yeah,
Like the
well.
back of my hand. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in
Okay.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Interesting. Oh, yeah. He's just
Weren't you
sabotaged
gonna
it.
ask Xavier something about...
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Xavier. We'll just call him
Me
Xavier.
neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today.
What brought this on? Did you just... Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have.
He erased himself from history. Do, do, do.
I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is...
Yeah, apparently he did.
Of course!
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most welcome. Farewell.
Oops.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but
Yeah, we gotta go see Nahida real
smile,
quick.
Spinal Crocodile. Hey. All right.
You gotta go see Nahida. This is kind of dire. Can I actually go do the quest? I can. Okay. Hey, Nahida, I got information to share. Your boy ran off and changed the history. But he shouldn't have. You let him run loose. Wasn't a good idea. And now he's changed history and they have no idea about him. And he's probably gonna do it again. So, maybe help. Please. Run, 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 do, 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 do. Oh no, I'm scared.
Hey, it's them!
What did I do? I'm scared.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Yes. Talk about the essay. I forgot about that.
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love...
We have time. What do you want to talk?
The same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
No.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
Yeah, can I read it again? Oh. I'm gonna skim it because I don't have enough. Oh. Uh. So it's just.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well.
No, I don't want to read yours as well. You know what? That's good enough. So it just talked.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, it's
Hey,
good.
Remember how last time Akaba was saying
What did you find out?
it's a long story?
Yeah. Might have been altered
So
Paimon.
Well, well. So it all comes down to what? Ugh. So there's no ghost story here?
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis.
Oh,
Evidence.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my...
And they're back at it. These guys are
Oh,
Okay,
so
we're going bye.
Keep us in the loop of you.
Will do.
We're gonna go talk to Nahida real quick. Nahida! Nahida, I don't... Nahida probably won't remember him because she's not a descender and she forgot Ruka Devata. That means she can forget the Maladier. Oh no. Sounds a lot dire than I thought it'd be. Oops. Hey, Nahida! You remember your little friend?
Nahida, we're here.
Hi, Nahida.
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Not good.
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time.
The Balladeer?
She doesn't remember.
Sounds like some kind of... You look troubled. Traveler?
Oh.
What's wrong? You look so upset.
Yeah, I gotta tell you. Come on.
That's quite a... So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
Yes.
But how was he even able to...
As the Traveler said, he very nearly... Nevertheless, it does make...
So, you believe this person really...
Yes. Theoretically speaking, the Traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
Yeah, I better hurry because
Paimon's
Balladeer's
having
gonna
a
come
hard
back.
time understanding this Balladeer guy.
I can only make inferences based on the information.
He probably just wants to fix his past.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after, he couldn't keep hating humans after that. The story makes sense. Every part of it. The Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the Doctor's help. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself.
Yeah, it does make sense. but it just feels so hopeless. He can...
Please wait a moment. Found it. This should be the one.
What did she find? She just pulled something
It
out of
turns out
thin air.
that
What is it?
a record from a personal collection. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You?
When combined with the traveler's narrative,
Hold on. So this record survived from the...
yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono in other records will have been changed. But I wrote this changing the information in but Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance.
That's incredible! What a great...
And sending the traveler into Irminsul, this story is abstract enough that it still resonates. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the
Okay.
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
Oh, the monster's supposed to be the doctor. Ew. The cat's supposed
The
to
fire
be.
was extinguished, but the kitten
Oh, dear.
lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing.
That's...
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for... Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could... I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were...
A fairy tale this. Oh my gosh,
We
Nikita.
solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the balladeer to become a god. He was experimented on. This memory was extracted from him by the skull. Creating a deity was just the first step. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed. Paimon has no memory of him at all.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for him before he vanished. He confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui.
Yeah,
It
it's
sounds
so
like Paimon wouldn't
weird.
like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all, so the answer is not everything. When you give someone the truth, to others looking on, this may seem like a pointless. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, and that is what you have been doing all.
yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
You got it. Come
I
on,
mean, I
Traveler.
don't know if
You
you
need to
do
get out.
that.
Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
That'll be a problem for
Must be really tough
next
being the only one who
time.
remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
Huh. That'll be a problem for next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.